Hi everyone, my name is Okaga Franklin, your water expert and CEO DF Consulting and Engineering Services Limited. Well, today I'm particularly excited as we'll be championing our safe drinking water campaign in Africa with particular emphasis in Nigeria. Hashtag save and available drinking water for all, hashtag produce it yourself. Well, before you begin to ask, why should I produce it myself when you can readily buy water on the street? Ask yourself this question: the water you consume on a daily basis, how sure are you of the water quality? Well, it might interest you to know that a lot of this water you see there fail one regulatory parameter or the other. So in this video and in our subsequent series of videos, we will be showing you how to produce safe drinking water domestically and industrially, how to manage the produced water, how to set up your treatment/purification processes from the source to the collection point. We will also show you some techniques that are employed in the water industry for maximum benefits. But before then, let me present you with this fact. Did you know that Nigeria has been classified as one of the countries with the worst water qualities in the world with an EPI score of 4.3 according to the prestigious University of Yale? Holistically, this is a Pan-African problem, with most African countries having low score, with the likes of Niger at 1.7, Guinea-Bissau 6.7, Togo 4.9, Cote d'Ivoire, which is Ivory Coast, at 17, Tanzania at 18.4, Burkina Faso at 7.9, Cameroon at 7.5, Ghana at 20.4, etc. Subsequent classification of 2022, Nigeria sits at the 7th position, fourth from bottom, with a daily score of 5.0, that is a zero point 0.7 increment in EPI score. Other African countries like Niger, Central African Republic, and Chad made retrogressive progress. Here is another report from the Center for the Study of the Economy of Africa that says Nigeria faces a significant water scarcity challenge despite having abundant water resources. Water from the reverse osmosis flows through this pipe to the sachet machines for packaging in an unnamed water factory. The amount of sludge or colloidal material in this pipe, which is a formidable breeding ground for microorganisms. In another factory's setup, name also withheld, take a very close look at these microfilters. Look at their state and their condition. There are many factories like this out there whose GMPs are quite terrible and worrisome. Why won't we have cases of worms in water?
Today we bring you a story of snake found inside sachet water, popularly known as pure
What
water.
you've just seen is a tip of the iceberg. I can tell you from my 12 years experience in the industry as an employee and as a water consultant in the field. There are so many companies out there whose GMPs are nothing to write home about. However, there are some few exceptions. But you see, this poor drinking water quality menace is not just a Nigerian thing. Rather, it's a Pan-African problem. Because in the last two successful classification by the University of Yale, most African countries have daily scores below 20, with the exception of Algeria, that has a daily score of above 50. What I find it difficult to comprehend that since 2000, the Nigerian government implemented National Water Supply Scheme. In 2012, they launched an action plan. This is 2023, 23 whole years, yet there is nothing to show for it. I'm not sure there is a functional and effective water supply scheme across the 36 states. During the election, I was hearing of Lagos State people saying Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, promised Lagosians during his first tenure in his manifesto that Lagosians will be fetching water from their kitchen, from their houses. Yet, it has not happened. In the midst of all these manufacturing lapses, where are the agencies that are saddled with the responsibility to checkmate these manufacturers? Where is NAFDAC? I remember back in the days, we used to hear that some factories are shut down, some factories are put on hold, some are sealed, but these days we don't hear things like that. Where is Standard Organization of Nigeria? Or even the Consumer Protection Council, because now that one they bust my head pass. With the rising cost of inflation, high cost of raw materials, most factories or some manufacturers tend to reduce the content of their products, meaning we, the public, we are paying for more and getting less. This is particular with sachet water producers. 50 cl water is reduced to 45 cl or 42 cl thereabout. And even the ones that claim to be producing 60 cl, they are now producing about 50 cl or below 50 cl. Nobody is saying anything. The reason why we are championing this safe drinking water campaign is not to witch hunt anybody, rather to call on all stakeholders to ensure that there is accessibility and sustainability of safe drinking water for all, thereby changing the narrative in Africa and in Nigeria. So you see, there is a role for everyone to play. To you that is watching me, why not produce your own safe drinking water at the comfort of your house or your respective institutions? If you cannot produce your water, we admonish you to always test your preferred brand from time to time to ensure that the water you consume conforms to standards. In the event where they don't conform to standard, it's your responsibility to reach out to the manufacturer via their customer care line. And when you do that, there is no change, we implore you again to place the respective regulatory agencies on their tail. We believe that going forward, they will soon get into actions, thereby bringing the desired change that we need. To the federal government, let the recent National Development Plan 2021-2025 meet its set goal of achieving all access to water and sanitation by the year 2030. And let the common man who do not have the luxury of putting a borehole in his compound have access to safe drinking water in his house, just like is a common practice with most other countries in the world. Even in our neighbors, Cameroon, there is water flowing in the home of everybody. For us at DF Consulting and Engineering Services Limited, we will be providing you with free consultation services and support. Excuse me? Yeah, you heard me. Free consultation services and support. So in our next video, we'll be showing you how to set up your water treatment plant at the comfort of your house or your various institutions. Then in our subsequent videos, we'll be showing you how to manage your produced water, how to carry on quality assurances and control, alkaline water, all that you need to know and how to produce it. Many more techniques that are employed in the water industry as per RO installation, choice of RO membranes and relative comparisons, operations, practicals, and so on and so forth. So stay tuned. Please like and share this video, and also subscribe so that you'll be the first to know when these contents are being released. Thank you. I'll see you in our next video. To you that is watching me, we implore you to test your preferred brand of water that you consume on a daily basis from time to time for 1 or 2 basic major routine parameters. Well, if you don't know how to do that, we'll be showing you how to carry out some of these tests. In events where you're unable to do that, make use of public analysts, especially those with IPAN numbers. If you noticed an issue with your water, reach out to your manufacturer via their customer care line. When you do that and the problem persists, place the respective agencies on their tail. This way, they will swing into actions.